My name is Crisandu Zongulo, working with the marginalized and the vulnerable communities in Kenya, taking lead of the organization called Gaaspp, which simply means the Golden Age Albinism Support and Protection Program. My mission is to co-create for innovations and skill development, creating champions from the victims. At Gaaspp, we run several programs. One, the health, hygiene and sanitation. Under health, we provide trainings to our people living with albinism, the community, and those from very vulnerable households. And in relation to sanitation, there are things that we are doing in relation to household, cleanings, and then issues about the toilets, the pit latrines in schools. Basic support is equally a key program within the Gaaspp programs, where of course we do shelter construction to very needy households so that at least we can give them hope and raise self-esteem. We provide as well food support to very vulnerable households within our groups, and then there's provision of clothing, and then education support to the very needy households, as well as to our children with albinism. Now, within the community, there are a number of issues, and one of the key issues that is actually a big problem is on issues about the vulnerable households with young mothers. At Gaaspp, we have a program that basically deals with this to empower the young mothers so that at least they can go back to school. So we get them back to school as one of the key things, and then we provide shelter to the very vulnerable households. This is where they sleep together with their babies. These are the beds, and then we have extra beds on the other end, and these are the sides. There are a number of them, so we give them shelter at the center. Now these are the babies who are now at the center. Their mothers are in school. Now, of course, the people who are now taking care of our babies are now our own people living with albinism, as they do other works at the center. We also provide some skill. Apart from going to school, we provide them with skill so that at least they can now manage themselves in future.
Usually you start menstrual cycle between the ages of 11 and 14, but that also can vary.
By extension, we also support people who are actually suffering from stroke.
My name is Crispina Swafula, Director and Founder of Arcadia Homes, which we are doing in collaboration with Gaaspp Kenya to empower stroke patients. We came up with this project because of the increasing cases of stroke among our community, among our people, and it has become so burdensome to these individuals, the family, and the community at large. So we came in as a link to support these people to access medical care, to help their family through educational fund, and to support their general basic needs so that these people can live their life like any other good person. And we also help these people to recover from this stroke. That is home-based care, home-based rehabilitation of these stroke patients. And we do physiotherapy. We link them to the hospitals where they can get best medical care support, and we ensure that we support them through all the basic needs they require for them to continue with their lives.
One of the programs that we're also running on how to ensure our people can actually survive and maintain themselves in the community and ensure at least they fit into the society. We do the skill development, and in this aspect we are dealing or teaching them on issues about poultry, beadwork and basket making, livestock production, tailoring, beauty therapy, and income generating activities on microcredits, so that at least they can equip themselves with the necessary skills.
We are going to distribute the chicks to the farmers and the feeds also. Then we shall be monitoring by checking on the farmers and training them.
On the same component, we give them support to jumpstart this program, so that at least they can now roll it out in the community, so that eventually the other community members can now use that as a learning model, so that other neighbors can also acquire skills on how to raise the poultry, the livestock like the pigs, the cows, among other things within that region. We also address climate change as one of our key programs, and in this aspect we are looking into issues relating to the riverbanks. So we reforested the riverbanks that have actually been deforested, and alongside that we also have the institutional greening, whereby we roll out a program that we call the One Learner, 3 Trees Initiative, and within that component we also extend and teach the children on issues about kitchen gardening, so that at least they can understand the basics on farming. We are also doing the recycling of plastics. Plastics are a big menace within the region, and so through this we're trying to create some job opportunities and then reuse the plastics. Advocacy is also another key component that we are actually doing. We do this to demystify the myths and misconceptions that surround our people living with albinisms, where some people believe that the body parts of our people with albinisms were being used to make riches, and of course through this a number of our people were being killed. So we are trying to demystify the myths and misconceptions surrounding our people with albinisms.
When I came here at Gaaspp, it has really changed my life very much, because before before I came here, people could laugh at me, people could even be scared with me. If they want to see me, they run away. But since I came to this our Gaaspp, it really changed my life.
We roll out training programs, sensitizations, both at the center and in the community. And after these trainings, of course, now our people with albinisms do an extra work by now taking part or taking lead in now taking care of the people who are aged now, the 90 plus.
Before Gaaspp came in, MMH came in, she could talk to various people, but not all people. But right now she's friendly, she's social.
Okay. So you see also a change in her behavior?
Yeah. And also cleanliness, very clean.
Also we come, we prepare her, we wash for her clothes.
So you also cleaned her house?
We clean the
From
house.
bed bugs and you gave her new mattress or whatever.
And in this aspect now, one person living with albinism is now taking care of 5, 6 aged people within that surrounding. And this is now a milestone that is proving to us that yes, they are now becoming champions from the victims that people used to know them.
So my big vision is to ensure that our persons with albinism stay a very comfortable life.
Gaaspp, as one of the measures, economic measures, we've come up with a guest house that is actually meant to host our visitors, our partners, collaborators, the people we network with. Within a span of 4 years, we can now proudly communicate and say, yes, we've won the community trust by what we've actually done, what we are doing, and what is visible on the ground in terms of the center, the eco-villages, the guest houses, the branches, many branches that we have. Out of this, we've won community trust. And with this, all this is pegged on the passion for humanity as the driving force behind all the programs that we are doing.
So ninataka kushukuru hili shirika sana kwa kutusupport kama watu wanaishi na albinism katika jimbo hili la Bungoma.
Our call is to request for wider network, for collaborations, networkings, so that we can create and have more innovations and then have a wider space for unfolding the challenges that we actually face, so that we can have a win-win situation for both ends. However, we are open and requesting for open support, be it in terms of material support, financial support, technical support, and any form that you may feel fit, so that at least we can together help the community.